Good evening, Dan, and good evening everyone at home. How are you today? I've had a bad day. I sold my favourite painting and all I got were these beans. I was told they were special, but they don't even taste nice. I think it's time for another story. Shall we have a look and see what's in the book?
I think we should.
Oh! Today's story is called Jack and the Beanstalk.
Once upon a time, in a small cottage, lived Jack and his mother. They didn't have a lot. Their home was small, with only 2 rooms, the kitchen and a shared bedroom. The roof had nearly collapsed, and the back door hung loosely from its bottom hinge. That sounds terrible.
Every morning, whilst his mother worked the farm, Jack would look out the window and see giant mansions. These huge houses had been built by very, very rich men who had bought the land from other farmers. At 10 AM on the dot every day, one of these men would come to Jack's home and ask them to sell. Every time his mother refused. Jack asked her, why? Her answer was always the same. These men are evil.
Jack knew this too, but wished he could give her a better life, an easier life, without having to give up their values. One day, his mother asked him to go to the village and to sell their cow Betty. Jack was shocked, as Betty had been in their family for 10 years, but his mother said they had no choice.
Jack took Betty to the village. It was crowded, busy, and overwhelming. Jack hated it. It made him feel sick.
"That's a very lovely cow," a man shouted. Jack turned to see an old gentleman looking at Betty.
He's for sale. £5, Jack replied.
"Oh, I'm an old man. I don't carry money, but I do have these magic beans."
Jack wasn't sure, but the man said the beans could solve all of Jack's problems. If true, this sounded fantastic. Jack decided to accept. He couldn't spend a second longer in the village.
When he got home, he saw his mother washing up. She looked at him and noticed Betty's absence.
You sold her? Already? This is great. What did you end up getting? She eagerly questioned. But when she saw the beans, she went furious. She threw them out of the window and went for some air.
Jack was so disappointed in himself. How could he do such a thing? How could he? But then the ground started to rumble. He looked outside and saw a giant beanstalk. Jack, not wanting to spend another second in his home, began climbing the giant beanstalk. Hours later, he was above the clouds. At the end of the beanstalk was a giant castle. He snuck inside. Everything was huge, over 100 times larger than Jack.
Next to a table, there was a giant man who was fast asleep and snoring. On the table was a basket of golden eggs. Jack's eyes lit up. This could solve all their problems. He climbed up the chair leg and grabbed one of the eggs. Yes, he did it! But his excitement would not last for long.
"Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman." The giant had awoken. Jack ran. He quickly climbed back down the beanstalk as the evil giant had followed him. At the bottom, he grabbed his mother's axe and began hitting the roots. The beanstalk collapsed, taking the giant with it.
Jack's mother returned to see the uprooted beanstalk and the giant. She was so happy her boy was safe. They used their funds to buy back the land from the rich men and returned it to their old friends. The whole community lived happily ever after.
Well,
Wow.
I guess these beans could mean something.
Should we give it a go? Oh wow!
Oh, the beanstalk.
Should we go climb up it and see where we end up?
I think we should go look. Should we bring Francis?
I think we should, yeah. I wonder where we'll end up. But until then, good night, Dan.
Good night, Benny.
And sleep well, everyone at home.